So over here I have my 3 wall connectors. The top 2 being Tesla wall connectors and the bottom one being the J1772 wall connector. And obviously this cord isn't long enough to reach over to my J1772 vehicles. So I would use an extender and kind of just leave it laying on the ground over here and extend it over to my other vehicles. And that's how we charged for pretty good time. I mean, over a year at this point, because that's ever since I bought the Rivian, that was how I was doing it. And it worked, but the problem is the building here only has a 60 amp supply of power, and one charger can use, 48, which is, the limit of a 60 amp breaker. So I had to basically program them together saying, never pull more than 60 amp at one particular time among all 3. And yes, I could plug in all 3 cars at once, but they would be at 16 amp each in order to not exceed that limit. So it wasn't ideal. And Tesla recently released where you can hook your wall connectors up to your Tesla app and see them in the app. And I thought it was pretty cool. You can track, how much each one has charged and all sorts of neat little information. But the problem is when you're doing 3 paired into one, you can't see all 3 of them. You can only see the main one. The other 2 won't link at all. So I decided it was time to get a new wall connector installed that did not have to share power with the others, that could charge these 2 vehicles, and that's what I've done here. Now this is just a regular wall connector, as you can see, that does the regular Tesla plug, but it also has the universal wall connector, which lets you use that plug. And I've been using this for a couple weeks now, and wanted to show you. So we come over here. I didn't actually unreal enough, but plug it in. And as you can see, it does take a little bit, but it does start charging. And that's what it's doing now, charging the truck. So yeah, that's how I've been charging these 2 vehicles, is with this new one. And it's on its own 60 amp power that we ran under the house. And it charges at full speed. And it can also charge a Tesla if need be. So who knows what will end up happening with the cars I drive and the cars I charge on a regular basis. But I believe the Rivian is next to go. And then we probably won't have an electric vehicle parking here anymore. So, but yeah, for now, we are still going to have the Lightning, the 2 Teslas, which is one I'm currently going right now, but and I'm going to keep playing with this Tesla app, because I don't know, but I kind of want to see if I can, now that I have linked all 3 of these back to my app, if I can pair them back up again in, where they don't exceed a certain amount. Right now, the way I have them programmed is just 24 amp each, because I'll never use all 3 at the same time. But, both of them can pull 24 amp without an issue. So that's the way I've got them set up right now. But maybe later today, I'll try to pair them back together and see if they still show up in my app. We'll see. So just to follow up, I did link them back together in power sharing so that they all can pull 48 amp, if nothing else is charging. And they do still show up in my Tesla app. So I'm not sure. It is acting a little slow, like the information that it's getting from the wall connector takes a few minutes to load. But for now, it is working, which is better than it was doing. So I guess the trick is to link them to your Tesla app and then pair them into power sharing. Anyway, I'll keep testing it. I'll let you guys know how that turns out in the end. But for now, it's kind of working.